Hello guys, my name is Jason Kwame Apieto, a software engineer based in Ghana, and I'd like to tell you about my story of how I became a software engineer. So I'll be using when I got my first software engineering gig for money as the basis of when I became a software engineer. So let me start from way back. So a little background. When I was a little kid, my dad had an internet cafe. So because of that, I was always around computers more or less. But even though I was always almost around computers, got used to knowing. So I got used to the computers very quickly. So I got used to doing basic things, creating files, folders, printing, troubleshooting some basic computer stuff. If the machine is going slow, probably RAM. If the screen is not working, probably cable, probably display settings, that kind of stuff. Installing software here and there. Yeah. Um, but I always wanted to be a mechanical engineer. I don't know, I was always fascinated by cars and the engines and stuff. I mean, I still am. I'm still a big car freak, but I'm more into the software side. Yeah, in JHS, I had a friend who was already in tech, building software for people, for internet cafes, and collecting money. But at that time, I wasn't really into it. It didn't really move me into getting into tech at that time. I just thought it looked cool, but nothing really major. So after SHS, that's when my journey really started for me. After SHS, a lady friend of mine mentioned that she was learning HTML and CSS, basically web development, and the way she explained it, it sounded very, very interesting. Like I was really interested. So I was like, oh, okay, then I'm also going to learn. So I started learning HTML and CSS. But at that time, a bit before that time, we had closed down the internet cafe, so I wasn't having access to all those machines. I did have a desktop though, if I remember, at home. Yes, but it was quite faulty, but it was okay.
A few minutes later.
The machine died. Yeah, so I was there without a laptop, but I did have a phone. So I was watching some videos here and there on them, but nothing too serious that I could actually um, work with because it's a phone and it's not like a high quality phone. It was a smartphone, but not that great, if you get me. Yeah, so fast forward after SHS, as a JHS friend of mine that we kind of hang out from time to time. So I went to his place. We played some games. Me, his brother. Then when I was about leaving, I saw a laptop under one of their tables, a small one, a very cute one. And I asked them why, like, I asked him playfully though, like, isn't anyone using this? Then he mentioned, I was like, and playfully again, I said, then I'll be taking it. Then he was like, sure, no problem. So very excitedly, I took it because I really wanted to have a laptop before entering the university. I heard that having a laptop in the university is really, really important. So I really wanted a laptop before entering the university. And by God's grace, I got one through that because at that time we couldn't afford it. Yes, so that day I went home smiling, like excited because I mean, this is my first laptop, more or less. It's not new, but to me it was new. Yeah, so I got home, powered it, it came on. The screen was bad though, but I could see something. So I bought bundle, I started learning the HTML and actually practicing the HTML and the CSS. And I got to actually build a few stuff. I'll see if I can remember, get some of the pictures and post them up there. Yes, I started learning the HTML CSS, did a few stuff through tutorials basically. Then I kind of skipped JavaScript because JavaScript looked very, very complicated and a lot of var and dollar signs and whatnot, those jQuery stuff. Nah. So later I realized that these were just or basically languages for the web, as in mocking up and styling languages on the web. But later I started wanting a language where I could do more programming related stuff. And the JavaScript didn't look appetizing at all. So I searched online for simple languages or simple programming languages. Then I found Python, the almighty Python. Yes, so I learned Python for a bit and I built through a tutorial, I built a calculator on the terminal. Yeah, it was quite cool. I could do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I think that's where the tutorial ended. Then on my own I added modulo and or mod operation, and also I did exponential. So it was kind of cool, like to see that I could actually do this. Then when I ran, it actually worked. It was really really amazing to me. So I think that's one of the things that sparked the interest, because I mean I've typed something on the computer and it actually came. I'm actually seeing results. Like I built a calculator. Like yeah. Yeah, but in all these, when the time came for choosing a program, I mean, I was still in my mechanical engineering mindset, and I think only KNUST offered that at the time. So I think I chose that for KNUST and something else. But for Legon, I chose computer engineering and IT, and for UCC, I chose computer science and IT as my second choice. I did make a mistake on my Legon application and a little mistake on the tech application. And only UCC was perfect. And that's the school I really also didn't want to go to, but I ended up going there. So I went to UCC and for computer science. I got late admission though, so when I got it, I rushed to the school with my dad and I got settled in. Yes, so when I went to the university, I took an external monitor along with me because the screen was quickly deteriorating, so I needed to have something that I could better see stuff on. Yeah, so I ended up getting computer science in UCC. But before choosing the program, I mean, even though I wanted the mechanical engineering, I did do research on the computer science and the IT before choosing, and I saw that computer science has to do with a lot of mathematics and physics and stuff like that. So I realized that I loved physics, but not so much math. But I was thinking that I could work through it. Basically, believe it or not, one time in core math, I got a 7 out of 70 in presec. Not even elective math, core math, you can imagine. So now I'm in UCC, and in my first year, I got introduced to PHP and databases, so specifically MySQL. With the PHP, I was able to build a simple server to add stuff to the database, to fetch stuff, basically just get and post, then little patch here and there, put, delete. Yeah, basically that was it. After my first year, I got an internship at Next Infotech Limited. At the time, they were in East Legon. Right now, I think they've moved, but yeah, I got an internship there. I mean, the place was really cool. This is my first time entering like a tech atmosphere, and there were quite few actually. So two people were in charge of web, and out of those two people, one of them was in charge of iOS mobile devices, and the other one was in charge of Android mobile devices. And for the web stuff, they were using Laravel. I was like, that's really cool. Yeah, and someone was there also doing security and stuff. So I realized the place was really cool. I mean, they told me not to dress anything official. I could come in my casual way and just I should look presentable, basically. So over there, they introduced me to Laravel. Well, I had heard of Laravel, but to me it was like, what is this whole framework? And I didn't really get it though, honestly. So she gave me Laracast website to go through and learn Laravel. So then I started learning it and I was like, this is interesting. Then she gave me a project to take anything I loved and build something around that. And I really also love movies. I really love movies too, and anime. I mean, software engineer don't like anime, like, come on. So my topic was movies, and I went to. So she said, okay, if movies, then look for any of the movie websites that are currently available and try and replicate them or do something better. So I went for Silverbird, if I remember, and the design was okay. So I wanted to replicate Silverbird, but I wanted to do it in dark mode, everything just dark. So I did something. It was really cool. I mean, I used static images, nothing really serious. And at least I was able to see that, okay, this Laravel thing is not all that scary. I mean, it was still scary, but it wasn't all that scary. I was like, okay, I can do this. Then my internship ended. They sent me off really nicely. Now I went back to school. So in my third year, if I'm not mistaken, either third or fourth, one friend of mine who was 1 year behind me, also doing computer science, came with a gig that he was able to secure from one of the halls in the university. they needed a website basically. So he did the front end and I did the back end with Laravel, and we were able to do that, and we made our first cash. Yeah, so yeah, so it was good. I mean, I was able to do this and collect payments from a whole university hall. I mean, come on, it got me really excited. So that's when I officially decided that now this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to become a software engineer. So that's my story. If there's any part of this you want more explanation on, or you want me to go deeper into, just let me know so that I make a follow-up video on this. If you have any questions too, you can put them down in the comment section below. So thank you very much, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.